Money is one of the most misunderstood inventions in human history. We are taught how to earn it. We are taught how to spend it. But almost never are we taught what money actually is or why it controls so much of our behavior, fear, ambition, and identity. Money decides where you live, who you listen to, what you are allowed to ignore, and sometimes who you are allowed to become. This video is not about getting rich fast. It's not financial advice. These are 55 facts about money that explain why the system works the way it does, why most people struggle no matter how hard they work, and why money affects your mind long before it affects your wallet. Some of these facts will feel uncomfortable because they are not meant to motivate you. They are meant to explain reality. Fact 1. Money was created for control, not convenience. Most people believe money was invented to make trade easier. That's not true. Barter systems worked for thousands of years. What they didn't allow was centralized control. Money allowed governments to track who owed what, enforce taxes, punish disobedience, fund armies and empires. Money is, at its core, a tool of administration and power, not freedom. Fact 2. Money has value only because people believe it does. A banknote has no inherent worth. A digital number has none either. Money works because society collectively agrees it does. The moment that belief collapses, through panic, war, or inflation, money becomes meaningless. That's why financial systems fear loss of confidence more than loss of assets. Fact 3. Over 90% of all money does not physically exist. Most money is not cash, gold, or coins. It exists as database entries, balance sheets, electronic promises. This means money can be created instantly, frozen instantly, erased instantly. Modern wealth is not a thing. It's an agreement enforced by systems. Fact 4. Banks create money when they issue loans. When you take a loan, the bank does not give you someone else's money. It creates new money and assigns it to you as debt. That money did not exist before the loan. This means money is born from debt repayment, requires more money than was created. The system requires constant growth to survive. Fact 5. The entire banking system depends on calm behavior. Banks do not store all deposited money. They assume most people won't withdraw at the same time. Panic will be rare. If everyone demanded their money at once, the system would collapse. Money works only while people remain calm. Fact 6. Inflation quietly steals your time when prices rise. People say, everything is more expensive. But the truth is, your labor is worth less. Inflation forces you to work more hours for the same lifestyle. It doesn't just steal money. It steals years of human life. Fact 7. Money is designed to move, not to be stored. Cash decays. Digital funds vanish through policy, sanctions, or errors. Money that doesn't circulate is considered inefficient by the system. That's why hoarding is discouraged and sometimes punished. Fact 8. Money is one of the dirtiest objects humans touch. Physical money carries bacteria, viruses, chemical residue. It passes through thousands of hands. Symbolically, money absorbs the behavior of society. Fact 9. Cash spending feels painful. Digital spending doesn't. When you pay with cash, your brain registers loss. When you pay digitally, the pain signal is reduced. That's why people spend more with cards. Cashless societies consume more. This benefits systems, not individuals. Fact 10. Money alters human behavior at a neurological level. Thinking about money reduces empathy, increases risk-taking, increases self-focus. Money doesn't just buy things. It rewires decision-making. Fact 11. Poverty lowers cognitive performance. Chronic financial stress consumes mental bandwidth, impairs planning, increases impulsive decisions. Poverty is not a character flaw. It is a cognitive tax. Fact 12. Rich and poor people live in different mental realities. For the poor, money is a goal. For the rich, money is a tool. This difference matters more than income itself. Wealth is not built by chasing money, but by understanding systems. By now, one thing should be clear. Money is not neutral. It is psychological. It is political. And it shapes behavior long before it shapes lifestyle. Fact 13. Money lowers moral resistance faster than fear does. Experiments repeatedly show that when financial reward is high enough, people justify actions they previously considered immoral. It doesn't happen suddenly. First comes rationalization, then normalization, then repetition. Money doesn't make people evil. It makes self-justification easier. Fact 14. Money amplifies who you already are. Money does not change character. It removes limitations. A generous person becomes more generous. A selfish person becomes more dangerous. That's why power and wealth reveal, not create, personality. Fact 15. Financial stress reduces long-term thinking when money is scarce. The brain shifts into survival mode. In this state, planning feels overwhelming. Long-term goals lose meaning. Immediate relief becomes priority. This is why people in poverty often make decisions that look irrational. Their brains are optimizing for short-term survival, not strategy. Fact 16. Most people don't work for money. They work to reduce anxiety. Income is often less about pleasure and more about relief. Relief from fear of bills, fear of instability, fear of judgment. Money becomes emotional insulation. Fact 17. Credit makes future time belong to the past. When you take a loan, you are not borrowing money. You are borrowing future labor. Every credit purchase is a decision made by your present self that your future self is forced to honor. Fact 18. Debt trains obedience better than force people in debt. Avoid risk, avoid conflict, avoid authority challenges. Debt creates compliance without violence. This is why modern control systems prefer financial pressure over physical punishment. Fact 19. The system rewards predictability, not intelligence. Highly intelligent people who act unpredictably struggle financially. Average individuals who follow systems consistently often outperform them. Money favors reliability over brilliance. Fact 20. The appearance of wealth is often more important than wealth itself. Status signals influence. Hiring decisions trust social access. Luxury items function as permission slips into higher social circles. Fact 21. Most millionaires are invisible by design. True wealth avoids attention. Visibility attracts. Risk expectation scrutiny. The loudest displays of wealth often hide fragile finances. Fact 22. Money does not remove fear. It changes its shape. Poor fear survival. Middle class fear following. Rich fear losing control. Fear scales with wealth. Fact 23. Happiness increases with income until control is achieved. Money improves happiness only until basic autonomy is secured. After that, more income adds little joy but increases complexity and stress. Freedom, not wealth, is the real threshold. Fact 24. Large numbers stop feeling real to the human brain. The difference between $100 and $1,000 feels huge. $1 million and $1,001,000 feels irrelevant. This is why large-scale financial decisions often lack emotional caution. Fact 25. People regret missed opportunities more than losses. Psychologically, losing hurts, but never trying hurts longer. This drives risky investments, impulsive decisions, fear-based action. Fact 26. Wealth changes how people judge fairness. The richer someone becomes, the more likely they believe the system is fair. Success is earned, failure is personal. Perspective reshapes morality. Fact 27. Price is rarely linked to usefulness. Many expensive products provide marginal benefit. Inflated status value. Cost often reflects perception, not function. Fact 28. Financial systems prefer quiet participants, those who question, disrupt, or resist. Struggle for funding, face penalties, lose access. Silence is rewarded more than insight. Fact 29. The more money you have, the harder it is to walk away. Wealth creates obligation, dependence, inertia. Freedom decreases once systems rely on you. Fact 30. Money isolates more effectively than poverty. Wealth separates. Experience, empathy, reality. Isolation is the hidden cost of success. Transition. By now, the pattern is clear. Money is not just a tool, it is a behavioral filter. It shapes fear, morality, time, identity, and we're only halfway through. Fact 31. Money distorts the human sense of time. People with money plan in years. People without money plan in days. This is not about intelligence, it's about mental breathing room. Fact 32, financial freedom is not income, it's flexibility. You are not free because you earn more. You are free because you can. Say no, slow down, change direction. Income without choice is dependency. Fact 33. Most people overestimate the power of financial knowledge. Books don't make people rich. Behavior does. Patience, discipline, emotional control. Information without character changes nothing. Fact 34. Wealth increases isolation at the top. As money grows, honesty disappears. People agree more, challenge less, hide the truth. Loneliness is the hidden cost of control. Fact 35. Large money changes the language of thinking. Small money decisions are emotional. Big money decisions are structural. Money shifts thought from human to system-based. Fact 36. Wealth doesn't remove uncertainty, it multiplies it. More money means more decisions, more responsibility, more consequences. Success complicates life. Fact 37. Money creates the illusion of safety. Savings reduce anxiety, but they don't cancel. Illness, loss, aging. Control is always partial. Fact 38. Money accelerates weak habits. Bad habits collapse faster with money. Addiction, impulsiveness, excess. Money increases speed, not stability. Fact 39. People confuse wealth with value. Income is output, value is impact. Not everything meaningful can be monetized. Fact 40. Most financial disasters are emotional. Markets don't collapse because of math. They collapse because of greed, fear, panic. Money follows psychology. Fact 41. The rich make fewer mistakes, but pay more for them. Poor people fail often, cheaply. Rich people fail rarely, expensively. Fact 42. Freedom without money exists, but it's fragile. Money doesn't create freedom. It protects it. Fact 43. Money changes how people listen to you. The same words, ignored from the poor, quoted from the rich. Financial status amplifies voice. Fact 44. Money creates distance from consequences, fines, lawsuits, mistakes. Money replaces punishment with cost. Fact 45. Money rarely fixes internal conflict. It distracts, delays, numbs. It doesn't heal. Fact 46. Most spending decisions are social, not logical. People spend to belong, impress, avoid, standing out. Economy is a social performance. Fact 47. Money redefines risk. For the poor, risk is disaster. For the rich, risk is a tool. Same action, different outcome. Fact 48. Money doesn't buy time, it redistributes it. You don't live longer, you live differently. Fact 49. The more you earn, the harder it is to leave. Wealth creates obligation, dependence, inertia. Freedom requires knowing when to stop. Fact 50. Money doesn't create happiness, it removes noise. Peace comes not from income, but from reduced fear. Fact 51. Enough almost never arrives, the target always moves. Always. Fact 52. Money builds a culture of silence. Certain things become unspoken, hidden, avoided. Finance is taboo. Fact 53. Society mistakes money for success. It's simple, convenient, dangerously wrong. Fact 54. Financial independence is psychological, not a number, not a milestone, a mindset of restraint. Fact 55. Money is the most honest personality test. It reveals fear, patience, greed, discipline. Money doesn't corrupt people. It shows who they already are. Conclusion: money is not the goal. It is a mirror. And the longer you look into it, the harder it is to look away.